Zen.
All right. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Keyboard Warriors, presented by CrossBonesMMA.com. I am your host, Eddie Law. Of course, my co-hosts from Stand and Bang MMA, Aaron Robbins, and also from Stand and Bang and Gym City Fighting, Fred Kirby, minus a few teeth and nerve endings and shit. So, yeah, dudes, this should be an interesting show. So let's get right into the bullshit. Ronda Rousey, well, first of all, Travis Brown goes on to Dushwani's show and basically throws it out there that him and Ronda Rousey are together. Not just together and dating, but according to him, he's his woman, she's her man. It's a little caveman-ish.
She's my woman. I'm her man. There ain't no boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. What I'm trying to say is she takes it in the pooper.
And I beat her with a club and dragged her back to my cave. So that's kind of what the fuck he was like. That's how he was talking, right? Then Ronda Rousey, basically, all that shit comes out. Ronda has to come out and say, well, yeah, we're in a relationship. And of course, in fact, the famous Twitter motherfuckers that put Mr. Robbins on a list for saying the word faggot are the ones that started throwing out quote unquote articles saying, Ronda Rousey admits to sexual relationship with a domestic abuser. I don't know where they got the sexual part of it because neither one was talking about that. Of course, you got to assume that they are, fuck, but still.
Well, hold on. Can we call fucking Travis Brown a domestic abuser? The fucking
no, because look.
Right. Nothing
was proven.
Right. I mean, chill the fuck out. What the fuck?
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Because Ronda Rousey is arguably one of the most famous women in the world right now. And she is dating an ugly motherfucker. You have got to love a woman like that. Because Travis Brown looks like he was in some sort of fucking scientific accident to make a face that fucking ugly. And so that's great, man. That'll show you right there that she's all about accomplishment, even though he hasn't won a fight recently. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe she always just like, because look, she's gone from fucking Big Brown to Travis Brown. Maybe she just likes to color brown. I don't know what the fuck is going on with her. But she sure as hell don't like good-looking guys, so that's pretty cool.
Well, he's an ugly bastard, then he added a fucking nasty-ass beard on top of it. Kind of Kirby-ish. Kirby's old beard. Except, actually, a little bigger than that, wasn't it? Wasn't it a little bigger than yours?
Well, his beard was most definitely not bigger than mine. But I tell you what I do have that's bigger than his. We all know that he's got a tiny little snake from that picture that surfaced. So clearly Miss Ronda doesn't care about looks nor size of penis. Maybe he is a beard.
That was weird. He was wearing an eye patch as a fucking bathing suit.
Here's the thing. The fucking deal, first of all, the MMA watchdog and all those fucking stupid ass Twitter things where they start trying to shit on Ronda. That was dumb. The part that pissed me the fuck off is this morning they come out with the stupid petition on Change.org to strip Ronda Rousey of her title because she admitted to an affair with a married man. The epitome is stupid at this point with those kind of those fucking Twitter accounts. I mean, I thought it was hilarious and stupid at the same time to put you guys on the list and to put Donald Cerrone on a list, on a watch list, and stupid shit like that. But then they come out with this horse shit, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. You don't use that website for shit like this. It's dumb as fuck. You know what I mean?
How long ago did that even happen, man, when she did that shit?
What, with the Travis Brown thing?
No, when Ronda Rousey slept with the married dude.
That's him.
She's sleeping with a married dude currently.
Yeah, currently.
Oh, is he still married?
Yeah, he's still married, but his wife is estranged. That's the word.
They ain't together. You know what, man? It's enough with that. They ain't together. He threw her a beating, right? Pretty sure the fucking marriage was ended when he smacked the fuck out of her.
Allegedly.
Whatever. I didn't even know what the fuck that's what they was talking about. That's fucking so stupid.
I'll tell you what, with all these, the only one that's doing real good right now is that lift the ban from Nick Diaz thing. Apparently that's approaching 100,000 signatures. All right, I'm all about that. But the rest of you watchdogs, you know what? Go fucking clean your trailer. Renew your food stamps. Fucking, dude, I don't know whatever you're doing, but go live a fucking life. Go fuck yourself with this watchdog shit. These are the same cocksuckers, these watchdogs, that their little fucking bastard children are playing Grand Theft Auto and going to the strip club and wasting whores with an AK-47, and that's okay. But Ronda Rousey slept with the married man, but there, fuck you and your moral fiber that you don't have. Go suck a cock.
Yeah, people feel like they have to be social justice warriors and shit on social media like it means a goddamn thing. It doesn't. No one gives a fuck about that shit.
I used the word faggots. I ended up on a list. You know, my life didn't change even a little bit.
Well, go ahead.
Honestly, I don't even really get the correlation. Like, say he was still married. Say they weren't estranged, which makes it completely different, but say they were together. Who gives a fuck if Ronda Rousey fucks a married man? That's not why we like her. That's not why we pay her. That's not why she gets paid.
Well, now I kind of like her a little more, actually.
Well, no shit, right? But I mean, it might be a poor fucking character flaw, but what the fuck's it got to do with anything? Why would it matter in the grand scheme of things anyways? Like, she's not beating on people. She's not raping nobody. What the fuck?
I'm this way across the board, and whether it's the sport that we love, MMA, or anything else, I do not care who's dating anybody else. This is one of the problems with our sport right now, is it's becoming a circus.
Yep.
We're starting. Soap opera.
Yeah, we're starting to see these WWE antics, and it's almost like they're embracing them. And now we're starting to get headline news: who's dating who? And let me tell you what, I don't give a fuck who's dating who. Get in the goddamn ring and destroy somebody. And other than that, I don't give a shit if you're funking monkeys in your house. I don't care. Train hard and fight.
Exactly. And I don't know. The whole thing just pisses me the fuck off because you got all these people and then the white knights, the dudes that fucking come out with this bullshit. It's fucking disgusting.
The white knights? What?
I'm not even hip to them.
It's okay. White knights are guys that pretend to be feminists because they think that girls are gonna fuck them because they go, yeah, women issues, woo, you know. And so they all those fuckers.
You know what? This is off topic. This might be for the musings. Okay. But out there, white knights, do you know what women like? Men. They are lying when they say they like you to have a feminine side and they like you to have emotions and shit. What they like is to be grabbed up by their hair on the back of their head. That's what they like. Just
settle down there, Mr. Gray.
Kirby.
What I really likes is getting the fuck choked out of her.
Yeah, let me tell you what, Kirby.
Baby afterwards.
You know I'm fucking right.
We all just got added to another list. For sure.
The 10% of those little white girls, the granola crunchers with the fucking, I never watch TV and I watch everything I eat and I have dreadlocks. Yeah, great. You're a fucking new age hippie, but nobody wants you anyway, so go fuck yourself. The rest of the fucking real women out there want a real man. So if you want a little nasty, stinky, I don't wear deodorant or shave during November, granola cruncher, white knights fucking go nuts. Other than that, men be men. Grow a fucking pair.
Listen. The story's stupid. Okay, Travis Brown was never proven guilty of doing anything fucking wrong. He's not with that broad no more. And him and Ronda Rousey are banging. They're not married. They're not trying to get married. They're not, who gives a fuck? This ain't even really news. Good on Ronda.
Exactly. On to the next thing.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next thing then. Actually, some more drama. TJ Dillashaw, as we heard, moved to Colorado to the Evolution Fight Team. And, of course, Uriah Faber bled out his vagina, cried all about it. Kind of started talking about how he was in TJ's living room with his family, and TJ was crying and all this bullshit. Well, TJ's kind of pissed the fuck off about it and has said, well, fuck that guy, and, he's down for a fight. On top of that, apparently Uriah Faber has banned him from training at all with Team Alpha Male. So you got all this drama back and forth. Uriah's bleeding out his vagina. TJ's over here like, well, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. It's that kind of fucking horse shit.
This is what I'm talking about. They're probably white knights. Get the fuck over it. This is a goddamn business, and TJ Dillashaw is a world champion. He wants to go to Colorado. Who fucking who? If I was TJ Dillashaw, I'd be like, well, when I was with Team Alpha Male, I didn't have gold around my waist. Now that I'm with Dwayne Ludwig, I do. So Uriah Faber, who hasn't won a championship in a month of Sundays, you can go ahead and wipe your little butt chin and go away. I don't care if I ever get to come back to Team Alpha Male because I currently am a fucking world champion and you are not.
There you go.
Listen. At the end of the day, you just summed it up in a nutshell, man. The reason that TJ Dillashaw took his game to the next level was his striking. When he first fucking beat Hennen, I was shocked as shit. I didn't know he could strike like that. That was like the awakening party for me. I wasn't hip. I didn't know he had became that good. That was all fucking Dwayne Bang Ludwig, man. Yep. And TJ Dillashaw knew that. He can wrestle. So what, man? He wrestled with Team Alpha Male. The kid's been wrestling since he was fucking 3 years old. He knows how to fucking wrestle. Dwayne Bang Ludwig took him and made him a fucking champion. So, exactly. of course, when dude bounced out, Like I don't. Of course, like that's the smart move for him. That's his head coach now. Did Uriah find him and kind of bring him into the sport? Sure. And does but how long does TJ owe him for that? Good looking out, Uriah. Good looking. But fuck, I'm moving on now. I think Uriah kind of comes off like a hater and a bitter ex at this point. Like, oh, don't leave us now. Look, man, TJ's looking out for TJ, and it's fucking working.
Here's the thing. How often are you guys excited by a team alpha male fighter? Right? I mean, seriously, let's think about the roster that they got coming out there. Are they all fantastic athletes? Yes. But they're all except for Cody Garbrandt, they're all the wrestling-based, little midgety, exciting athletes that don't really finish fights or get anything done. So, who gives a shit?
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far. I get relatively excited. They still got Paige Van Zandt. Chad Mendez is still a beast.
What do you mean they still have Paige Van Zandt?
Okay,
that's a new addition. And besides Mendez landing an overhand right every now and then, come on. Let's not fucking lose our mind and say that he's some sort of expert striker. For the most part, when you see most of those guys come out, you know you're going to be in for a 3-round war of attrition.
Pretty much.
Okay. What? No. I think Chad Mendez is usually at least an exciting fights. I don't think he's a fucking dynamic striker, but his fights are usually fun to watch. I guess I just don't share your sentiment in that when I see a team alpha male member come out, I think it's going to be a boring fight. Do I think that they're going to take over the sport? Fuck no. I think their time has passed, and I don't think they're breeding any more champions. I don't necessarily think they're card ruiners per se. But either way, it was a good decision for TJ to jump ship. I mean, he had to go with Bang, man. That's who's cultivated him.
And I don't think Team Alpha Male are card ruiners. But here's my thing with all of this going on. Right now, people are mixing business and pleasure. They're friends, and that's great. But if you're a real friend, like let's say that you started something, like the two of us started something, and then one of us got an offer to go on to something better. The other two should be like, fare thee well, congratulations.
Sure.
I hope you bring us along for the ride at some point or something. But you're not just like, fuck you, Eddie, and your fucking 3 races a year, you Mexican prick. You can't ever come back on Keyboard Warriors, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That makes you look like a fucking psycho broad, you know? It's just Faber's handling it wrong, man. He should just tip his hat and be like, I was a champion once, it's awesome. You're a champion now, we got you started, so you're, obviously you're always going to give us props, and other than that, fare thee well. Hopefully your career keeps rocking and rolling. Because at the end of the day, he is a Team Alpha Male product. And that looks good on them, right until they make it into a stupid little feud.
Which is where it's at right now. So,
and I think that team's getting some more guys. I think, who is it, Matt Brown, and somebody else is joining the team too.
Matt Brown and Clay Guida joined Team Evolution as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, it's something.
You know what pissed me off is I'm pretty sure it was it Uriah Hall on Facebook that was like, I was really concerned about Matt Brown and this guy and that guy coming to my gym, but then I realized after a couple of days that their work ethic it's like, man, you have got some fucking nuts. You're a mid-level fighter at best, and you were worried about other superstars coming to your gym and what? Stealing your thunder or making it not as good of a gym? You are a dink.
Yeah, I'm so not sold on him, just on a completely different topic, just because he clipped.
I can't confirm that it was Uriah Hall, but I think that's who it was. And then, of course, everybody on fucking Facebook, oh yeah, good for you. You're the warrior of that gym. Oh, I can't fucking stand that shit, man. Not one person was like, okay, Mr. Big Balls, aren't you happy that somebody like Matt Brown or somebody else is coming to your gym to give it some fucking recognition? Yeah. Why would you be worried about that?
Well, and that, man, I think that was, and we'll talk a little bit about this with Sage Northcutt later, but I think that iron sharpens iron. Northcutt, Sage?
Who?
It's Kirby's new. It's Kirby's second boy crushers. That's Conor McGregor. Now it's Sage Northcutt.
Don't be an asshole. I think iron sharpens iron, man. And I think one of BJ Penn's major mistakes throughout his career was never fucking getting, not necessarily with a camp, but getting the right training partners around him. He would always bring in shitbirds, kind of. Let's bring in Pat Healy. What the fuck
Ugh.
for? I like Pat Healy and all, but you know what I mean? Fucking bring in somebody else, man. Like it's a good thing. Matt Brown coming to your gym, Uriah Hall, you ain't fucking.
And I might be wrong. Is he even at that gym? Is it?
Is it the fucking tall bastard that Benson Henderson submitted? Is that who you're talking about?
Brandon Thatch?
Yeah, is it Thatch?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
I wouldn't be that far off, for fuck's sake.
I don't know why I think Uriah Hall's in California, but I'm not 100%
No,
sure.
I don't think I'm right about that name. It was just some fighter who's already there and he's well known, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so, it's fucking Neil Magny."
Oh shit! Who gives a
Fuck.
fuck?
Okay, well that makes more sense anyways because I was going to say fucking Uriah Hall is an 85er anyway. So.
Yeah, check this shit out. Let's see if it's still up. It's fucking Neil Magny.
Oh, Neil Magny needs to stop it. He's lucky he went on a little run. He went.
I don't know. It's just a post that I saw today, and I'm pretty sure it's Neil Magny. He's in Colorado, right?
Yeah, he is.
I wasn't so sure about these other guys coming to the gym, and why? They're all better fighters than you. Wouldn't you want better fighters than you at the gym to teach you how to fight?
Exactly. So, what's up?
Shitbird.
Exactly. A tweet from Andrew Reed. TJ and Faber are acting like two prepubescent fuckweebles.
Nice.
Perfectly stated, my friend. Perfectly stated. And then GSP saying he might be coming back. That's a comment on YouTube from Alfonso. Until he comes back, I don't give a shit. And then
rumors.
Here's another one. This is kind of interesting. They're talking about Ronda Rousey and Travis Brown. Ronda Rousey's mother says that Ronda's coach Edmund, whatever the fuck his last name is terrible and a bad person. I didn't even hear that shit. Did you hear about that?
Nah.
I'm about to look that up after, and we'll talk about it next week. But
I don't know who said GSP might be coming back.
I don't know. I think everyone that wants GSP to come back, except for me. I don't want GSP to come back.
Ever coming back.
I hope he never comes back. I really don't want him to come back.
Stop talking about it. He's already said he has no interest. And besides that, he's hanging out with aliens now.
Well, even more than that, the man that talks only about money, DW, recently said that GSP's done. So,
and let me tell you what, GSP has done very, very well in his career. He has had a very lucrative career. To lure him back, I'm sure the money man DW would have to pay out the fucking nose. And so I'm sure there's a little bit on both sides. Like, GSP's like, no, I am not that interested in coming back anymore. And DW's like, I ain't fucking paying you to come back.
Stay on.
I'm not paying you to come back and fucking wrestle fuck dudes to decisions either, so.
So while we're on that subject,
No.
Sage Northcutt going to TriStar to learn how to be a boring motherfucker.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not boring.
Fuck you guys.
He's athletic.
I just wanted to pull Fred's cord.
Here's the thing. He's athletic and he's fucking. He's quick as fuck and he's strong as shit. And so I think at TriStar he will learn to be a good fighter. But I just hope it don't turn him into a GSP type of guy.
Are we keep going with he's quick because of those stupid little winging punches that he threw at the end of his shitbird debut?
Yes, that is what we're going on. That's all we got to judge him on.
So you have never seen any other fighter in the UFC wing out quick looping punches very quickly and land anywhere but on the guy's face? Come on, guys. Let's not do this with fucking Sage. We know fuck all about this kid. We know he looks like a Ken doll, and we know the UFC likes him. But until he gets some sort of challenge, I don't give a shit if he can wing his arms forward and do a standing front flip. I don't care.
As impressive as that was, honestly. He didn't even fucking go up. He just circled.
You see, it's so easy with you fucking people. Bright lights, and he's blonde. Oh, shut up! Get him a fucking fight where he gets his goddamn forehead cut wide open and see how he deals with that shit. If he comes back from it, great. If not, I agree with Kevin Lee for once in his cocky-ass life. I do think that if you put him up against somebody like the Motown Phenom, he would get fucking smashed.
Okay, you know what, Mr. fucking Dr. Hater? You're probably right. That That ain't the fucking point. And as much as I can't fucking stand TriStar, and I feel like they fucking make fighters very boring and safe, rather, it's probably a good move, man. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. He'll be around a lot better fighters. He'll get a lot more technique. And you're right, Aaron. We can't. You shouldn't go crazy. You shouldn't go crazy based on that performance because it was against the shitbird. But seeing as how that's all we have to judge the cute little cocksucker on, he did look impressive there. So, yeah, does he need to step up in competition? Sure. Should we all get fucking uber impressed because he's good looking? No.
I'll tell you what.
TriStar a good fucking move.
If Eddie was passed out on his chair and I came up and hit him 7 times unanswered, and that's the only fight footage you have from me, that is still not impressive. He fought the shittiest of shitbirds. That dude looked like he was wearing somebody else's skin. I'd never heard of him. He missed weight. It couldn't have gotten much worse unless he would have been like fucking just stroked out. Okay, here's your first fight. All right.
Fucking.
Either way.
Apparently, there's a YouTube video of Marquez getting knocked out.
You guys know this. I've been watching this sport for way too many years to get excited about anybody in their debut.
Okay,
now, what, Conor McNuggets has proven time and time again. Now, let me get 3 fights under Sage's belt, and he is more and more impressive every time, and he's snuffing guys out. Yeah, I'll give him something. But when you take out the shittiest of shitbirds that was hand-picked for you to take out...
Okay, settle down.
I'm not going to settle down, man bun.
Listen, settle down. That wasn't the fucking question, quite frankly. You're way off on a tangent because you got a hard-on for him. In English, I seen your fucking tweet. Go fuck yourself. No cocks going in this mouth at all. Not one, not two, not none. The question is, was it a good move for him to go to TriStar as opposed to whatever little shitbird gym he was in?
Yes, yes, Fred. He needed to go to a legitimate gym, Fred. Fucking slowing down the fun of the show, Fred. Go shave your beard.
I most certainly will not. Eddie, good move or bad move to leave the fucking his little hometown gym? Do you think it'll be a good move?
Hell yeah, it's a good move. All he had was his dad was coaching him. You need to fucking move on, get uncomfortable, and get into a tougher situation.
And I'll tell you why. I've got 2 words for you. Jake Matthews.
There you go.
True enough.
Because look, he had the same thing going on with Jake Matthews. Look at this kid. Looks like Justin Bieber. He's huge for the weight class. Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? He trains in his backyard with his dad and his brother.
Yep.
That's it. You're right, though. You're right. I think that is true. The only thing, before we get off of this, I will say, I am legit worried about TriStar turning him into a GSP, literally. Fighting-wise, I think they're probably thinking, the kid's big, he's strong, he's willing to take risks, but if we can control that and have him control the fight, he might be, unbeatable or whatnot. I hope they don't do that,
What weight class is he?
55, right?
Yeah, I think that should be Conor's first fight at 55.
Who?
I'm down for it. I mean, listen, you're right.
Conor McGregor's first fight at 155.
Oh, geez.
Listen, you're right. We shouldn't get too carried away. The first fight was against a shitbird. Most of the hype he's getting is because he's good looking. We'll see if he can actually fight. But it was a good move, him going to a big gym like this. I will say, well, of course, you guys are fucking anti the MMA Hour. I don't take it that you've seen the kid's interview on the MMA Hour, did you?
Nope.
He sounds like a 19-year-old kid. Sometimes you'll talk to 19-year-old kids or you'll see them fighters or whatnot, and they'll just seem very mature for their age. Not Sage Northcutt, Jack. I mean, this kid he's like, yeah, thank you, Mr. Ariel Helwani, sir. It was so good to be there. I just seen Mr. Dana White and Mr. Joe Silva. And then I went out there and thunderstruck that kid a few times, and I was just so happy to be there. I just want to praise Jesus and kiss my little blonde girlfriend. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a fucking facade right there. That's bullshit, because that kid got back to his fucking hotel room and was texting, "What's up, you sons of bitches? I just got a Mexicano, nerd. I'm about to smoke some sticky buds in a fucking Mountain Dew can, nerd." Yeah, fuck that kid.
What a fucking asshole.
Mr. Ariel Helwani and Mr. Dana White. Oh, fuck you, Sacred. I hope he gets hurt.
Oh, here's a fun one. Apparently Alfonso watched the MMA Hour. He goes, Ariel Helwani said his pecs were mesmerizing.
Ah, he did. He did. That was a very odd moment. Ariel was like, yeah, you know, your pecs are mesmerizing. Every time you laugh, they shake a little bit. And then he's like, ooh. They fucking shake a little bit. And it was a very odd moment.
Well, you know, Helwani just slowly but surely.
The kid does seem remotely
gay.
No, not couple fucking assholes. He seems remotely not ready for it. He still seems he seems like a high school student.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he seems very young. So we'll see. Maybe this will be a good move for him. We'll see. Let's wait and see who they book him against next. I definitely don't think they should go doing nothing crazy. The Motown phenom. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, no, not yet. I agree with you guys. Kevin Lee would fuck his shit up. What?
Andrew.
Always with that fucking mouth.
I'm gonna say, fuck it. Andrew retweets over, having two cocks in his mouth may explain why he's having problems with his teeth.
He's funny. I'll give that. It's 4 a.m. and he's still fucking funny. I'll give it to you, Drew.
Yeah, man. It's
he is something else.
Lack of sleep will not slow that dude down ever.
I honestly believe he is the only other human on Earth who might be more hateful than me.
Yeah. All right.
Lack of sleep.
Keep up the hateful shit, because here comes another one. Johnny Hendricks is blaming deer meat for his failed UFC 192 weight cut, saying that said deer meat dried his intestines out. I know nothing about deer meat or how it fucking dries your intestines out. I'm sure it was a barbecue.
I'm from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I know a lot about deer meat. Johnny Hendricks, you're full of shit. Deer meat does not dry out your intestines. Deer meat is fucking delicious. It is delicious all day. We kill deer all the time. Right now, it's deer season. We're killing them left and right. My patients are bringing in jerky and steaks and chops. Deer are fucking delicious, and venison is outrageously healthy. Here's the thing. What killed Johnny Hendricks is that he's a fat, lazy fucker, and that he had to lose a lot of weight because he lets himself get fat in the off season.
Yes.
Plain and simple. We have seen photographic evidence of it. So you know what I mean, Johnny? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not the deer meat, you know what I mean? It's that you have a big, fat, chubby gut, you know what I mean? And then you don't prepare well enough during your camps, you know what I mean? And then you're always chewing tobacco, you know what I mean? And then you have to lose a lot of weight, and you can't shit, and your intestines twist up, and you almost die, and you rob us of a fight that would have been really good. You know what I mean? Go fuck yourself at 185.
No, I mean, fucking, I don't know. I mean, look, what do you think about that, Kirby?
No, he just nailed it, dude. That's exactly right. I think that Johnny Hendricks is probably my least favorite fighter on the roster right now. I get so fucking annoyed with this guy.
Less than Neil Magny?
Yeah, even more so, because Neil Magny is a bird of shit. He got lucky, but he's never. I love you, Neil, but you don't matter, baby. Not the grand scheme of things, you just don't. Johnny Hendricks was a player, man. That dude kind of mattered. He gave us fights to get excited about. Ex-champ. Arguably beat GSP there at the end. I mean, he was a dude that mattered. And the fucking guy, listen, either he has no discipline or he fucking can't make 70. One or the other. Either he just can't, discipline himself enough to get his fat ass there to make it, or it's not physically possible for him. Either way.
I'm going to stop you with the physically possible, and I'll tell you why. Joey Beltran.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great fighter at all. But even late in his career, we have seen this guy transform himself. What is he down to now? 170 or 185?
85.
He's fighting at 85 now.
Yeah.
From heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's late in his career. Now, Joey, don't get me wrong. I'm not pumping you up too much because it's pretty much guarantee you're going to lose every time you step in the cage. But that'll show you what getting your shit together will do. You're not telling me that a fucking world-class athlete like Johnny Hendricks can't make 170 pounds. If Dana White was like, hey, Robbins, get your fat ass up the couch. I'll give you $100,000 if you make 170 pounds in 6 months. Bet your ass I'd step on that scale and I'd be 170 pounds and be like, woo-hoo.
Hey, me, motherfucker.
Well, and
they're getting complacent is what it is. And we're also starting to see a different UFC because of what? No IVs, no IV. That's exactly what's going down.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, too, man, I watched the MMA Hour fucking yesterday, and Johnny Hendricks was on there, too. And he's kind of a bit of an unrealistic crybaby. You know what I mean? He has a very hard time making 70. What the fuck? Period. And they're like, well, and Ariel asked him. Ariel's like, well, Dana White said, you know, he'll see you at 85, basically. That's kind of where your next fight's going to be headed. And dude's kind of like, well, you know, it would make it easier. It would make it a lot easier not have to cut to 70. But I feel like my road to the title and my road to success is a lot easier at 70.
Here's okay.
Yeah, no shit, motherfucker. But so what? You can't make it. So you got to swim at 85 with the bigger sharks. Like, what the fuck?
But the whole thing doesn't make any sense. It's really tough for me to cut to 170. Then stop gaining that weight, you fat motherfucker. Walk around at 180.
Or move.
Stop your fat self.
Or move up. You're a fighter. Roy Nelson does it. Fucking Frankie Edgar did it at 55.
Well, I mean, Christ, Fred, come up with a better fucking...
What I'm saying, he had success. He had success for a while. If you can't listen, you have very few things that you have to do in this sport that you are expected to fucking respectfully and honorably do. Making weight is one of them. You know what I mean? If we fucking signed to fight like men at 85, you don't get to show up at fucking 90. You cheating cocksucker. You're not part of our weight division, man. Fuck that.
I just don't accept it. I don't accept that he can't make 170. Because that shows like some sort of fucking mental retardation. It's a really hard cut to 70. Yeah, from 225, you ain't fucking shitting. But it's a pretty easy road from 189 pounds. Stop yourself. Once you're not if you're not in fight shape and you got to cut to 170, find out realistically what percentage you can gain. If it's 15 pounds, then you fucking stop eating Twinkies and fucking Mexican food at 185 pounds. That's it. And then it's not a tough cut no more because it's like fucking 12 pounds of water weight and 3 pounds of blubber.
Or be a goddammit man and move the fuck up. Nick Diaz did it.
He ain't going to be worth the shit at 185.
So what? That's not my problem. That's not our problem. Listen, I get what you're saying, Aaron, but if you fucking can't, if you don't got the fucking testicular fortitude to keep the goddamn pizza and Twinkies out of your mouth, like BJ and like several people couldn't, then say, fuck it. I'll fight bigger guys. I'll have more power. You know, Ben Henderson moved up. A lot of guys move up and are slightly undersized and still do relatively well. I mean, would his road to the title be a lot easier? Sure. But if you can't make the weight, motherfucker, don't ruin fights for us. Don't make us all...
Okay. At 185, he's got no run to the title. Because I'll tell you what, somebody like Luke Rockhold,
jeez.
Fuck him up bad. Oh, my God. Chris Weidman would fucking destroy him. Jacare would fucking destroy him. There are so many fighters at one... Actually, you know what, Johnny? Move up. I can't wait. This guy...
listen.
Get that fucking stupid face smashed in.
Here's the deal. If you can't make 70, you got to move up. And if you can't compete there, I don't know what to tell you. Bellator's still hiring, Jack.
Yep. Bellator bound, motherfucker.
Yeah. Go miss weight in Bellator and let them kiss your ass and let you do whatever you want. But in the UFC, if you want to compete at 170, you got to make 170. If you can't make it there, you got to move your fat ass up. And if you get your ass kicked up there, fucking sorry for you, man. Don't know what to tell you.
That's right. I'm on with Fred now, you fat cocksucker. Have fun at 185, Johnny. Know what I mean?
That's good to say that constantly. Jeez.
And he spits in a bottle. Just fucking every 5 seconds. That shit's gross. Anyway. All right. Moving on to actually, this kind of news came out earlier today. Stipe Miocic, is that how you say his last name?
Miocic.
Thank you.
Miocic. I don't know if it's a titch or a chick at the end. I can, because people say it differently all the time. Stipe.
Stipe.
All right, Stipe. Anyway, Stipe's out of UFC Dublin against Ben Rothwell. No one's been announced, but Meathead wants in against Rothwell, and then he still wants to fight Travis Brown in January.
Now, wait a second. Didn't Meathead just lose to Ben Rothwell like this?
Oh shit! And then is that the fact that Ben Rothwell did that fucking crazy, creepy fucking laugh?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah. So he wants revenge on Ben Rothwell, man. That's what he wants, basically. But Stipe being out. What's up?
All right, I think since we're doing WWE shit, we should let Meathead have his revenge against Ben Rothwell. But if he loses, he's out of the he's out of the UFC forever and has to go to Bellator.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck what Meathead wants. I want to fuck Rihanna. But what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Meathead wants revenge. So fucking what? He don't deserve it. He ain't get that fight makes no sense on any platform.
That sounds like a movie you'd find on Netflix. Meathead wants revenge. I'll tell you what.
You know what? Somebody make that shit.
I'll tell you what, this is what I think about Stipe happening right now, is that Dana White has come out and said, look, Miocic, you are not going to get a title fight until you are more popular with the fans. And I think Stipe might be having a little epiphany going, oh yeah? So my career's stalled. I'm really not popular anywhere but Twitter because I tell little funny jokes. Sort of undersized for the division, and I'm not that great, and I'm not going to get a title shot until I can make myself more popular. What is he going to do? Come to the ring in a fucking zip line with Sting's makeup on? How do you make yourself more popular with the fans? Either the fucking fans like you or they don't.
You know what?
Hey, maybe he could do what fucking, what is it, Tommy Toehold? Stone Cold Stipe?
So that's awesome.
Just shave his head because Stone Cold Stipe says so.
You know what, man? I think this has a lot to do with what we always kind of say, man. You're only as good as your last fight.
Yep.
I think that fucking Mark Hunt fight left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And you know what? I agree with DW. Who the fuck wanted to see Stipe fight for the belt after that fight? And when he said be more popular, listen, Stipe, as far as social media goes and shit, is relatively popular. Yeah. He is kind of funny. I think what DW meant was go out and excite us in the fucking cage, because the last time we seen you fight in the cage, you laid on Mark Hunt and gave him these numbers for fucking 27 fucking minutes.
Now I will tell you what, man. If he would have screwed up a mean look on his face and started slicing old fat boy up with elbows and like turning him into hamburger, I bet everybody'd be on their feet going, yeah, this guy's a vicious motherfucker. Let's see what he can do. But he was just like, oh, you silly fat New Zealander.
Yeah, dude, it was a relatively boring performance from him. Even though it was dominant, it was boring. He's from fucking Cleveland. He's fucking got a weird little goofy name. He used to come out in the Crow Cop shorts. Mm-hmm. I want to be a big fucking Stipe fan, but his style is kind of fucking boring, man. He's not that exciting, devastating, dangerous heavyweight, you know, that we would be excited.
Let's not forget Stefan Struve knocked him out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is Stipe too fucking nice? Like, too much of a nice person, even in the cage?
No. What does that mean? No.
That means, no, he fucking pitter-pattered Mark Hunt instead of going after him and trying to slice him because he felt bad for him. Because he had him fucking, Mark Hunt was fucked in that fight.
I think that's just the way he fights. He's never been one of those guys that really winds back and fucking... He's never been a devastating striker. He's technical.
But that's what we want to see. Right. When he has somebody in trouble, like I said, if he would have got nasty about it and was been like, okay, fat boy, now you're going out, and those little pity pats into elbows and slicing him up bad and trying to break some shit, yeah, I think that would have launched him right up. But you're right. What have you done for me lately? A piss-poor performance against a fighter that he should have been able to take out on multiple occasions.
Listen, especially with heavyweights, man, we love devastating and flashy. Why does everybody still love Crow Cop? Because of those fucking head kicks and how devastating he was. Fedor still gets revered for the way he fought back in the day and just knocking motherfuckers the fuck out. It's kind of hard to be a technical heavyweight and really get excited. You know, even Mike Tyson, fuck that technicality. He was there to knock motherfuckers out, and that shit was exciting. And
here's another thing too that we got to think about. This might be just a smart overall career move for Stipe. Because Ben Rothwell's been on this strange, I should not be able to beat you tear, but I end up beating you. Let me tell you what, Stipe Miocic's career comes to a screeching fucking halt if Rothwell knocks him out.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
So does my life.
He tumbles to the bottom of the shitbird pile at heavyweight. Guaranteed.
All right. So what do you think they do with this Rothwell fight? I mean, it's a week out. I mean, who's gonna step in there? Someone suggested Todd Duffy.
I think they shit can it.
Shit can it? That's probably what's gonna happen now. I can't think of anybody they could throw in there in a week that'd be ready to fight.
I mean, for all of me, if Todd Duffy's down and that big, disgusting, hairy, fat monster Ben Rothwell's down, I mean, not that I matter, but that's a fight that I'm fine with. I don't think Ben Rothwell's some fucking fight that is out of the league for a lot of people. He's got some decent wins, but, everybody's knocked out over him, so, whatever, man. Like, if he could get Todd Duffy to step in, I'm down with that.
I think they shit can it.
Yeah, they probably will. All right, last topic here, and just because we already hit the Sage Northcutt thing. Brendan Schaub retires. Any message for Mr. Brendan Schaub? Start with Kirby.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. Homeboy was all right, but whatever. Listen, his homeboy Joe Rogan told him they're buddies. He told him you're never going to be a great elite heavyweight. You ain't that guy no more. You be getting knocked out too easy. It's true.
Not
he
that guy no more. Not that guy fucking ever.
Well,
hey, he came right out on The Fighter and the Kid, and Joe Rogan and that disgusting little co-host he has. What's his name? Brian Callen. Troll monkey. They both pointed out how Brendan Schaub makes more money doing his silly little bullshit with Brian Callen than he does in the UFC. Let me tell you what, if I can make more money talking with you two fucking morons than actually working, you bet your ass we become the best friends on earth and we do this 3 times a week. You're in fucking deed. Geez, let me think, a 12-week camp where I have to starve myself, do 3 a days, and then probably get my ass beat for 1/3 of the money I could for sitting with Brian Callen and telling pussy jokes? The fuck? Of course we knew he was quitting. Yeah. Any fighter right now that steps out against Reebok is already contemplating quitting. Fucking, what's his name there? Army Ranger guy.
Kennedy?
He's done. He's fucking done. He knows he's not going to get signed for another fight, bitching about Dana White and fucking...
Always with that mouth. I can't stand Tim Kennedy.
Exactly. And Brendan Schaub, as soon as he was just like, I can't see myself squeezing my big fat ass into a Reebok fight kit. Yeah, neither can I. So fuck it. I don't care. He was never that good. He was never going to make a run for the title, so who cares? He's doing the right thing. They say he's funny. They say he has other things going on. And he surrounds himself with guys that have good shit going on. Brendan Schaub has found himself a good stride, man. I say, yeah, fuck the UFC. Take off, man. Good for you.
Yeah, seriously, leave on your own terms. Don't be the one getting cut later on because you lose your next fight and shit. So
there you go.
All right, fellas. Well, that's we come to the end of the show. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Wait a minute. Who was we talking about? Kevin Lee fighting Sage Northcutt?
Kevin Lee wants to fight Sage Northcutt. Yeah.
Did you know that he had said something about him?
Yeah. That's what do you think I imagine
came up with
that out of my ass?
Well, no, I didn't know that he called him a privileged white boy.
Yeah, he went off on him.
I'll tell you what. Okay, here we go, guys. And I'm hopefully this guy never watches the show. I doubt he does. But Kevin Lee's got a little bit of this going on, a little bit with the privileged white boy. There is a fighter out there named Musin Kobri. Have you ever heard of this guy?
Mm-mm.
He is a MMA fighter, but mostly a Muay Thai guy. And he keeps saying that at the end of all of his Facebook posts, the UFC needs Musin. Go find this guy on Facebook, and you will read maybe 3 of his Facebook posts before you realize why the UFC would never hire a Musin.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that after the show then.
What is he, Muslim?
He black and Muslim, and he don't like us white folks very much.
Oh, you know what? I have heard of that.
I have. I'm about to look this shit up.
And then at the end of all of his bullshit, he's always like, the UFC fighters just suck a big fat cock. UFC needs Musin. And then right in the other one, he's like, I think all cops should die. Like, you're not playing the fucking social media game right, my friend. But yeah, go check him out and then see if the UFC needs Musin. No offense. losing, because I have friends that know you, but everybody can read your shit on social media. Maybe you should just start telling your closest friends your opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop hitting post on that shit. Anyway. All right, fellas, well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for joining me tonight. You can follow Aaron. Well, he doesn't really give a shit. You can follow Kirby over at Kirby. You can follow him there. And then you can follow Kirby at Kirby_MMA. You follow myself at Elaw31. And Keyboard Warriors is at Keyboard MMA.
I've got to tell you, everybody out there, I do not give a shit if you follow me anywhere. I'm not going to follow you.
That's true. He said one word, and he fucking got a mass bunch of followers off of saying
I've got like
word.
3,500 followers combined. I never post nothing, and I never follow anybody back.
Yeah.
Fuck it, Twitter.
All you do is say a lot of fucking angry shit on this show, and all of a sudden, woo, follow that guy, which is great. So that works out.
That's how it works.
All right, fellas. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, and everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for In the Pocket with Nick Pilecki. So see you guys later.